And with that, we welcome you inside the stand. Sheriff Center, Kanoa Leahy next to Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
For West Virginia, it's Jordan to the rescue. It's not Michael Jordan, but it's a 6'4" Christina Jordan. She may be moved to the right side tonight for more offense and a bigger block on Hawaii's best left side attacker, Joley Rasmussen. And for Hawaii, diversity is the key. Both Norino Sia and Bailey Choi continue to set an offense that gets all hitters involved, making it difficult to scout for opposing defenses.
Hawaii coming in ranked 18th in the latest AVCA poll. 5-0, make that 6-0 on the year. West Virginia 4-2 coming in, and the first set goes to Brianna Lynch in the middle. Hawaii has to scramble just to get a return out of it. So here are the Mountaineers on the attack, and it is Christina Jordan stuffed at the net. Joley Rasmussen next to Sky Williams, and a positive start for the Bows. The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Sky Williams, what a weekend she had last time out.
And is she picking up where she left off or not? What do you think?
Seems like it. Middle set, that's Lynch again, and she's able to find that sideline. Brianna Lynch, a 6'2" junior from Johns Creek, Georgia, currently second among Big 12 hitters with a .359 percentage.
A couple weeks ago, she got MVP in the Delaware tournament that West Virginia won.
So the serve for West Virginia goes to Riley Wagner, and then the quick middle. Sky Williams, though, misses the floor long. A rare miss for her. She was the Rainbow Wahine Invitational MVP a week ago. Also the Big West Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Put together 12 total blocks, but she was good in just about every facet a week ago. Here's Wagner from the opposite side, tried to go line, missed it wide, but a net violation will bail her out, and we're knotted at 2.
Wagner loves going down that line. She just barely missed it, and got lucky there with the net violation on Kristen Lux.
So here is Wagner, the 6' freshman from Dublin, Ohio, with the serve. Middle set, that's Lynch. Right there is Hannah Helvig. Rasmussen off of one leg, tried to touch it past the block. And coming back the other way, it's Kristen Lux. The dig there by Bailey Choi. So back row bump set to Helvig, and she caught it a little fat. It goes long, and it's a point for West Virginia. The Mountaineers coming in out of the Big 12 Conference, a league in which they won only 2 matches a season ago, but head coach Reed Sunahara, in his 5th season, a former Hilo Viking, he says that they are building in the right direction, and certainly we've seen some glimpses of that in this early season. There's Sky Williams, good defense there, top of the tape, and we're tied again.
Both sides just feeling each other out now as we're just trading blows at 3-all tie here with not much offense going on right now. Each team a little overeager, hitting balls out, and there's some net violations going on. A little sloppy.
Outside, it's Lux, trying to get it past that double block, missed the floor wide to the far side, and Hawaii juts ahead up 1. Joley Rasmussen back behind the line to serve. Was an all-tournament team selection a week ago. She has just ingratiated herself to this fan base the way she has started this season. That violation called against Hawaii is going to give West Virginia the point.
So we've had 2 net violations, 1 on each side, and we've had 4 balls hit out. Not real crisp volleyball right now. Not how the coaches designed it.
Christina Jordan with the serve, and she serves it into the twine. Yeah, a little ragged here early on in this first set. And we're going to have the substitutions that we have seen for Hawaii here throughout this season. Again, running that modified 6-2 system. Setters sub in for the middle hitters. So Norino Sia now in and back to serve, and in the front row in the middle is Amber Igidi. They play the vast majority without a libero. And into the net it goes. It's kind of a battle of attrition here.
It really is. Who wants to win? Who wants to score, really score a point here? And who wants to give the other team a point?
That's right.
Like a freebie.
A lot of aloha going back and forth. A lot of generosity here.
It really is.
On either side of the net. Pass tight to the net. And it's going to be a point for West Virginia. They're going to say that Josea went above the net as a back row player.
Yeah, she was trying to save the overpass there and just could not quite do it. She ended up actually attacking the ball and went over to the West Virginia side.
The jump serve by Lux, and wouldn't you know, they give it right back. A little early for this Christmas spirit that we're seeing here on the Terraflex.
It really is. Lux, the lone jump server, as is Josea, the lone jump server for Hawaii.
So 6 up. Here's Brooke Van Sickle. Sends it down the line. Back row set. It's Jordan. And she finds the floor. Christina Jordan, 6'4" sophomore from San Diego. Hitting at a 273 clip, but 3.76 kills per set. She can hit from just about anywhere on the floor.
She really can. She showed then she can hit from the back row. She's also played in the middle last year. She played on the left side where she got those 30 kills, and tonight she's playing on the right side.
Meanwhile, Audrey Adams, transfer from Xavier, busting out the ace, and Hawaii trailing by a pair. Again, she attacks Wagner. Again, the pass is off the mark and is centered by Rasmussen. So here comes a golden opportunity for the Mountaineers. Outside, it's Kaitlyn Evans off the block, and Hawaii can't muster a return. Kaitlyn Evans is a player who Reed Sunahara says has the ability to make a run at being, if not the top hitter on the team, maybe the next best thing.
Yeah, last year she was the offensive MVP for the team.
Amber Igidi, that was a hammer. And a much-needed point for Hawaii. Now 7 serving 9 coming up in set 1. And here is Helvig now to serve. 2.64 kills per set. That's second on the squad. 4 aces from the service line this season. Outside, Evans through the block. Good cover there by Josea. So Van Sickle back sets to Wagner. The roll shot is sniffed out by Evans and then returned. So Hawaii on the attack. What do? They go outside the Wagner big swing. And in the middle, Lynch couldn't put it down. Wagner again from off the net. Dug up tight to the net. We got a little joust above the tape. And it'll be Rasmussen two-handing it over. So now the Mountaineers with the advantage. Evans had to adjust the approach. Easy pickings for Wagner. Here's Igidi in the middle, and we play on after the dig by Lux. Back row, it's Jordan. Right there is Josea. Van Sickle highballs it to Joley. Off the block, punched up by Josea. High bump set to Wagner off the fingertips. Dug up tight to the net. We're still playing on. Wagner with the swing. And that's controlled by Lux. Here's Evans off the block and out. And West Virginia wins a marathon sequence.
Reed Sunahara said before the game, he said, one of the things we need to do tonight is we need to keep the ball in play, force Hawaii to score points. That was a long rally, and West Virginia did a nice job of keeping every single attack in play.
So 10 serving 7. That float serve forces Helvig to go to her knees to retrieve it. And then Igidi on the step out. And we're going to have a net violation against West Virginia.
Time on Kaitlyn Evans, which got tangled up in the net. She played in the USA Youth National Team training squad at one point. Nice penetration over the net, but got her forearm caught on the cable. Nice camera work.
That's right.
By the stationary camera.
The net cam. It does wondrous things.
It does.
Right side, that's Evans, the tip shot, diving save, Van Sickle, bump set by Choi to Wagner, and that was pretty.
Wagner getting a lot of early action so far.
Yeah, already her 8th attempted kill. She's got 2 put downs, hitting 250. 9 serving 10. Hawaii looking to tie things up here in the first. Middle set, and that is Lynch. Just bouncing it off of the floor.
It's a nice job cutting the ball back across her body. She sees that Igidi is taking her angle away, her wrist away shot, so she does a nice job of turning, cutting it back.
Gabriel Kukovic with the serve for West Virginia. Meanwhile, Joley Rasmussen comes back the other way with the heavy-handed kill. How good has Joley Rasmussen been this young season? 3.56 kills per set, just under 300 from a hitting percentage standpoint, but doing it in a number of different ways. 45 digs, 19 total blocks coming in. Wagner tries to back bump set it to Helvig off the mark. Chance here for the Mountaineers. Right side, it's Jordan. Block out of touch. Good up there by Helvig. Here's Van Sickle against the double block. Middle set, it's Lynch. Maybe that's why she's hitting for such a high percentage this season. She just makes it look so easy.
She does not make a mistake, does she? Hitting 359, number 2 in the Big 12 so far. And she's getting high fives all around.
So now Alexa Hastings, the libero, coming with the serve. Second among Big West players in digs per set. Choi has to center the set, and Wagner is dug up there by Zerwas. Here's Jordan from off the net. Diving touch there by Choi. It'll be a free ball coming back the other way for the Mountaineers. They go to Jordan on the outside. Didn't get a good piece of it. Layout save Wagner. Bump set Van Sickle to Rasmussen. She's blocked. Saved over the net by Van Sickle though. Middle set, and that's hammered by Adams. And the Mountaineers showing some spirited fight here early, C-Mac.
Really scrappy, gritty, hustling, going toe-to-toe with the Bows as far as the scrappiness department is concerned, for sure.
Adams, the top blocker on the team for West Virginia, showing a little offense there. Here's Rasmussen, the touch, tried to go deep, a little too deep, missed it long. And in the oh-so-important category of service receiving and that first touch in ball control, seems to be West Virginia having the greater amount of effective passing as compared to Hawaii.
No question about it. There's a good pass by Hawaii. They get a crossing play this time by Rasmussen.
What a save off of the block there by Helvig. Van Sickle, the heater.
How about the broken play set? A lot of people would bump that ball over. It would have driven Robin Amo nuts if this ball that's bumped up to her had been bumped over. She goes up and takes a rip, catches the block off guard, gets an open net and gets the kill.
West Virginia by 3, high ball bump set, it's Lux. Right there is Choi. Wagner, back row bump set to Rasmussen. 3 blockers up, and it's dug up against the back line by Kukovic. Jordan the tip, diving save, good second touch there by Van Sickle. The swing by Williams off the block. The other way, the middle set goes to Adams, and West Virginia reaches 15 first here in the first. So a positive homecoming for 5th-year head coach Reed Sunahara. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 6, the 18th ranked University of Hawaii women's volleyball team, 6-0 for the first time since 2004. And that was a pretty magical season where they ended up winning a whole lot more than just the first 6 matches of the season, as the Game On crew was pointing out earlier today. Out of the timeout, West Virginia by 4. An overpass is forced on the serve. And then easy pickings there for Audrey Adams. And right now, feels like the Mountaineers are beating Hawaii at their own game.
They really are. How about these numbers? Hawaii hitting 0.77 and West Virginia hitting 269. Big differential. Might have been out ball there on that serve.
And again, Hawaii way out of system. Helvig off of the bump set by Choi, and a good save along the back line. Jordan from the back row, good up there by Choi. Wagner bump set to Van Sickle. No blockers up. They decided to relent and go into coverage mode, and she took advantage.
I'm thinking, oh, that girl's small. She's short. Probably can't jump. Let's just go down, not even block her. She makes them pay big time. That's twice she's made them pay.
Lesson learned, perhaps. Good smack there by Van Sickle. She's the top hitter for Hawaii right now. 3 kills on 5 swings. Hawaii could use one of those Norino Sia runs from the service line. Good touch there by Lux, though. She gets the set on the outside, but it's mistimed. Little mix-up there on the first touch on Hawaii's side, and then Helvig is dug up. Lux from off the net. It didn't get over the tape. And so a hard-earned point there for Hawaii, but still not a lot of crispness, not a lot of sharpness on the Hawaii side here to start this match.
Actually, some people running into each other in that last play. We haven't seen that in a long time. Those communication things have got to get cleaned up if Hawaii's going to take it to the next level.
Great serve by Yosia. And that is an ace of definitive magnitude. And a timeout taken by Reed Sunahara. Hawaii creeping back in, down by 2. Welcome back. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3. Hawaii single season kills. That's right, the top 3 season totals. Same player. 2001, 2003, 2002, Kim Willoughby.
She was an amazing player.
She could play the game. There's no doubt about it.
Marine brought some heat after the timeout.
Yeah, got the serve in, and then the roof was up. Igidi and Helvig, one of the biggest roofs that Hawaii has to offer.
6'2" and 6'3", nice wall on the outside there. The Manoa Roofing Company in the house.
Can Yosia keep it going here? Hawaii back within 1. Another good serve handled by Hastings, the libero. Middle set, and how about the wrist away shot by Adams?
Adams spent 2 years at Xavier. Had her birthday yesterday, by the way. Did you know that?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. I have it written down right here.
I thought I had one on you. Just one time I want to get one on you.
Oh, you've gotten many. The slide to Igidi through the block and down. All right, but which birthday did she celebrate?
That's a good question. I'm going to take a look at her. She's a redshirt junior. So I want to say 21.
Sure, let's go with that. I don't know for sure. Here's Van Sickle, 16 serving 17. Good pass there outside. The set goes to Evans, and she unleashes.
Last year, 3.2 kills per set. She was number 9 in the Big 12 last year in kills per set.
Making her first start of the season here tonight. Outside it's Wagner. Block out a fingertip or 2 on it. Here's Jordan from behind the line. Bounces off the top of the tape. Dug up by Yosia. Bump set Van Sickle to Wagner cross court. How about the dig there by Evans? Centered by Jordan, and then Lux gets it down from the back row. That was a tremendous play on all fronts for West Virginia. Robin Amo asking for clarification from Dan Hironaka. Did it not hit the ground is the question.
It did not. Good call. Good challenge. Good challenge.
And Robin Amo has a few words, then goes and grabs the replay challenge card, and yes, Dan Hironaka will take a look.
And now she gets a free timeout. Talk to the team.
By virtue of that initial replay that we showed you, it did look like Joley Rasmussen got the up. Dan Hironaka down on the floor. Dixon Chun, the R1, top the ladder, and Wes Kawachi, Randy Rubinall, the 2 line judges.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call here. Just an early whistle, called it too early. It looked like it was going to hit the ground. So I can see why Dixon Chun would blow the whistle, but it's an easy correction there. I'm glad they have replay for plays like this that really should have been a play on.
So we would anticipate this goes from a replay challenge to a replay of the point.
Correct.
But we'll see what Dan Hironaka ultimately rules. He's taking several long looks at this thing. Of course, the old adage, need to see conclusive evidence to be able to overturn a call. Remember, the call on the floor was that hit the Terraflex. But yeah, I don't see any angle here that would tell us that it did hit the floor.
Easy call.
Dan Hironaka is going to confirm the call. And maybe he's just saying there wasn't enough there for him from a definitive standpoint to overturn it, but that is surprising.
Me. How about you?
I'm with you.
I thought that was an easy call. Wow.
Here's Wagner, cross court. There was some high cheddar in the direction of Evans. Free chance here for Hawaii, trailing by 3. Igidi in the middle off the block. West Virginia picking up a lot of the Hawaii offense so far. Lux with the bump set to Evans from off the net. Off the block and down. And a much needed roof again from the freshman, Igidi and Helvig.
It's a pretty young block up there, isn't it? When was the last time we saw 2 freshmen blocking on the right side like that?
Second time they've teamed up, 17 serving 19. Middle set, that's Lynch, misses the floor wide, and a point for the Rainbow Wahine. And how different would this look if the replay review came back as a replaying of the point?
It would be 18-all right now instead of 19-18.
Helvig, though, misses it long. An ill-timed out-serve, and it is West Virginia turning down the final pole here in this opening frame. 20 serving 18. Pass by Wagner. High and away it goes to Rasmussen. Oh, great pickup there by Zerwas. Free ball coming for the Bows. You'll see a slide to Igidi, was off the mark, and she got capped. Kaitlyn Evans smothering that attempt. And Robin Amo looking like she's going to call for a timeout, and she indeed does.
A bit of mistiming there between Yosia and Igidi. Robin doesn't look too upset. I'm sure she's just getting him calmed down and making sure they don't give any more free points away. You know, they've had net violations, serve outs, and balls that have been hit out. An unusual amount of balls being hit out. 5 hitting errors so far. Unusual for Hawaii to have that many at this point in the game.
Yeah, Hawaii hitting a $108 compared to 189 for West Virginia. Let's check in with Ryan.
Thanks, Ronald. Well, midway through this first set, both teams still trying to feel each other out. On the sidelines here, Reed Sunahara talking to his team about especially tracking Joley Rasmussen, making sure that they have 2 blockers up on her at all times. For the Hawaii sideline, a lot of effort being played into Skylar Williams and her hand positioning. Assistant coach Angelica Lundquist actually using her clipboard as a net, trying to show her where to put her hand positioning over net, trying to find a way to slow down the middle attack. But both of these teams very tactical in their approach so far in this first set. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Take your internet with you. Spectrum Internet customers get free unlimited access to over 4,000 Wi-Fi hotspots across the islands. Reed Sunahara, even when we talked with him prior to the start of tonight's match, he mentioned Joley Rasmussen by name several times. That's definitely one of the focal points based on the scouting report coming into this match. How do you think they've done so far?
They've done well. He's got the matchup he wanted. He's got the 6'4" Christina Jordan on Rasmussen 3 times in a row.
Just one put down for Joley on 8 swings. Flatlining it at the moment. One hand set outside by Yosia, and Rasmussen could only just touch it over. Here's Jordan. Pounds it off the block. Christina Jordan, who Kaleo Baxter, assistant coach for Hawaii, says reminds him of Lindsay Ruddins of UC Santa Barbara, and that's just based on obviously her size, 6'4", and the fact that they can move her all around the floor and set her just about anywhere. Back row set, it's Helvig, and that one didn't get above the tape. And Hawaii now in deep trouble here in set number 1. 1 timeout left for Robin Amo, and she's going to use it. A 4-0 Mountaineer run, and they have created some distance, and they are closing in on striking first here against the 18th ranked team in the country.
And it's all about staying in the rally, and Hawaii has just terminated the rally themselves 6 different times so far. 6 gifts to the other side. They're now hitting 077. On the year, they're more like 277, so 200 points below their hitting average on the year. And that's got to be a concern for Robin Amo, whose offense, I think, could be spectacular with 5 attackers coming at you all the time. But right now, the passing hasn't been there. Credit West Virginia for some tough serving that's forced Hawaii into some bad passes. And when the hitters have gotten a set, they haven't always done the best job with it.
Well, leading the way offensively for West Virginia, their best blocker. Yes, Audrey Adams, 4 kills on 4 swings, batting 1,000.
You know, the birthday girl lighting it up, feeling good, feeling the energy in this place.
And that was another key that Reed Sunahara spoke about, saying, hey, look, this environment's going to be new and different for a lot of these players. He says all but 3 of the players on his roster are coming out to the islands for the very first time in their lives. And obviously, this is a different atmosphere They play in the West Virginia University Coliseum, which seats 14,000, but they get about, maybe for the big matches, 1,500 as a surrounding atmosphere.
So we're getting triple the crowd here tonight.
And so what he said is, hey, let's not let that shrink us. Let's use that to our advantage. Let's try to see if we can feed off of that energy, even though the majority of it is going the other way. As Rasmussen gets a good swing on it, but a dig there by Hastings puts the Mountaineers in transition, and then Evans down the line and in. And West Virginia playing some quality volleyball right now. 5-0 run, and it is aloha ball in set one. And on that note, we see the insertion of McKenna Ross for the first time this season, medically cleared to play. Missed the first 2 weekends, and here she is, the 5'10 senior from Aliso Viejo, California. And they serve her right off the bat. She sticks the pass, but then Igiti gets roofed. Roofed by Evans. And West Virginia wins set one, and they do so running away. They score the last 6 points of the opening frame. 25-18, the arithmetic. Teams will swap sides. Hawaii playing from behind.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Well, an impressive performance by West Virginia all around. Kaitlyn Evans making her first start of the season and showing Reed Tsunohara that he made the right call in putting her in that first rotation. 4 kills on 8 swings, hitting 375, C-Mac.
Yeah, she's playing well. I'm sure she's happy to be back on the court again. Regular starter last year, their MVP on offense last year, and had gotten beaten out of that spot in the outside. And all of a sudden, she's starting to play well and winning her spot back. And maybe she's won it for the rest of the season with a performance like that in game one.
Meanwhile, a bit of a sleepwalking type of performance in set one for the Rainbow Wahine. What do they got to do to sort of rev this engine up?
Well, I'll tell you this, Kano, they gave West Virginia 10 of their 25 points. 7 hitting errors, 2 service errors, and 1 reception error. 10 of 25. Giving the other team 40% of the points is not a good way to win a volleyball game. And so I'm sure Robin Amo is having a few words with their team regarding playing higher percentage volleyball.
Well, we'll see if that's set one result or the following discussion with Robin Amo in the huddle between sets was the wake-up call that they needed. McKenna Ross will get the start here in set number 2. We also see Tiffany Westerberg out there, the freshman from Maple Ridge, British Columbia, Canada, out there on the floor here to start set 2. So a couple of changes, but great to see McKenna Ross back in action here in this, her senior year.
Now, here's something else unusual, Kano. Skylar Williams, no kills in that set. Hannah Helvig, no kills in that set.
So here we are, set 2 underway. It's Rasmussen getting roofed to start things off. Well, they have been pinpointing her defensively, and look who was out on that pin. It was Christina Jordan.
Once again, this is Reed Tsunohara's idea was, let me get my biggest girl, my 6'4" Jordan, out on Rasmussen, Hawaii's best outside hitter, and see how it works.
Meanwhile, the middle set goes to Westerberg, and her first contact is pure.
Well, establishing the middle with Westerberg will make a big difference as far as Rasmussen's concerned, because if Westerberg can continue to hold their middle blocker, it might give Rasmussen a split block once in a while.
Yeah, the game within the game you're describing as Rico Aquino comes over with the set. Touch shot there by Lynch is dug up. Westerberg in the middle. There she is again.
Maybe it's feed the middle until her arm falls off, and then pop one out to Rasmussen, and the middle blocker will not be there. We'll see.
See what the freshman did against Denver on Sunday. 9 kills, hit 500. Good things have happened. She has been effective when she has been put in the matches. That time, though, she was up late against Brianna Lynch. Robin Amo saying, hey, look, Westerberg and Igiti are so close in terms of their production, particularly in practice. She says what gives Amber the edge is just some of that extra added effort that she's able to exude in the practice gym. But that's not to say that Robin Amo has not been quick to put Westerberg out there, as we see here tonight. Lux from the outside. Diving save there by Helvig, centered by Ross. Free chance here for the Mountaineers. Outside, it's Lux again. And a net violation called against the Rainbow Wahine. Right now, it feels like, whether or not Hawaii is just yet to gain its traction on its side, it feels like West Virginia's just kind of overpowering them at the moment.
They're playing better volleyball, for sure.
That first touch has been a bugaboo for the Bows as well. Van Sickle, good swing, but it's dug up over the net by Hastings. One hand set to the middle, and it's going to be a lift call.
The pass is a little bit too tight to the net for Bailey Choi to handle.
So 4 serving 2. Gabrielle Kukovic, 5'5" senior from Rochester Hills, Michigan, with the serve. Westerberg in the middle. Didn't get a clean contact on it, but just enough. And already racking up her 3rd kill of this second set.
Nice pass by Rico Aquino, stabilizing that passing pattern. So we're seeing the libero in the lineup for the first time tonight.
So right now it's West Virginia 4, Tiffany Westerberg 3 here in set number 2. Rasmussen down the line. Middle set, it's Lynch. How about the point of contact there, C-Mac? She went way up over the net to get a paw on that.
It's almost like a hook shot to hit. She hit their arm was straight the whole time, and she did contact it at a very high point. Tough to block that.
Yeah, those go-go gadget arms of Brianna Lynch. Back row set, it's Rasmussen through the block. Lux is going to get the bump set on the outside, shoves it down the line, dug up by Choi. There's Jordan, block got a touch, and another net violation. Looks like Helvig may have come under the net and across the line. Either way you look at it, it's West Virginia doubling up Hawaii here in set 2. Robin Amo signals for another timeout. Welcome back. Tonight's Jack Fact. Looking at Sky Williams, the junior middle, picked up her first Big West Women's Volleyball Defensive Player of the Week honor this past week. After collecting MVP of the Rainbow Wahine Invitational, she was spectacular, but quieted in the opening frame tonight. Right now it's West Virginia on a 5-1 run, leading 6-3 out of the timeout. Helvig is dug up by Hastings. Middle set, solo stuffed by Westerberg on Adams. Tiffany Westerberg giving some instant impact here for Hawaii in the second.
Offensively, she's been great. And how about the defense right there with the block solo? Hawaii needs that kind of spark right now because all of their cylinders are not firing.
4 serving 6. Here's Yosia. Hastings, great first pass. In the middle, Adams is dug up by Ross. Back row set, Rasmussen split the uprights to that proposed double block. And Hawaii inches within 1.
I think Yosia has figured out that Rasmussen's getting double teamed at the net when she's in the front row. So why not give her some sets in the back row where she'll get split blocks for sure.
Double-double performance against Denver on Sunday. She had 2 more double-doubles in that tournament last week as that serve goes long by Yosia. See the service error numbers for both sides. Here's Christina Jordan now. Ross with the first touch. Again from the back row, it's Rasmussen, blocked and roof. Just left it too close to the top of the net, and Adams hung in the air long enough to palm it down.
You know, had Rasmussen gotten over Adams, I think the ball would have dropped. Nobody was there. Oh, there was somebody there. But at least the ball would have been in play.
And that would have been the setter with the first touch on that dink shot. Here's Helvig, and she's able to bounce it off of that deep corner. Anna Helvig, another entity here for Hawaii offensively that Robin Amo would love to see get going.
Picks up her first kill of the night.
Was hitting -400 prior to that swing. Now it's 6 serving 8. Van Sickle floats it over. West Virginia out of system, so they go outside the Lux. Diving save by Brooke Van Sickle. Cross-court bump set goes to Ross, off the block and down. Welcome back, McKenna Ross.
And how about the bump set from Yosia from 30 feet away? Right on the money, and Ross does a great. How about the dig by Van Sickle? She's just playing terrific defense tonight. And there's the little tooling of the edge of the block. Smart play by McKenna Ross.
Made 3 starts at outside hitter last year, but she is one of those Swiss Army knife type of players as Brooke Van Sickle deals an ace out of the deck. And we are tied up here in the second. And another ace. Back to back. Brooke Van Sickle. And Hawaii has ripped off 4 straight.
Brooke Van Sickle not known to be the kind of an ace server like Yosia is, but she's delivering him up, isn't she?
Forces the overpass. Middle set, Igidi! Hammers it home. And that's 5 straight points scored by Hawaii. And a timeout taken by West Virginia and head coach Reed Tsunohara. Hawaii waking up. Welcome back this Saturday. Spectrum OC16 Sports brings you the best in interleague football matchups. That's right, it's a triple header. Live starting at 2 p.m. Waianae versus Punahou, Mililani versus Kamehameha, and Kahuku versus St. Louis. Some headliners taking the field here on Saturday in prep football. Well, Brooke Van Sickle, great service run here for Hawaii. Up by 2 now out of the timeout. And then the dig there on the luck swing. Bump set Yosia to Ross. Off the block and out.
It's the Van Sickle show here. And it's the Ross Phoenix show. Rising from the ashes. McKenna Ross. Wow, what a great start for her.
Was not medically cleared the first 2 weeks. Here she is in her first appearance, and it's paying dividends. Another big-time swing there by Audrey Adams, this time on the step out, and she can do very little wrong right now for the Mountaineers. 5 kills on 7 swings.
And she goes high hands there, and actually Rasmussen had a chance of digging it with her hands and couldn't pop it up.
Good pass there by Ross. Backside set, it's Helvig. And a good decision there on the set by Yosia, playing the block. And Helvig had minimal resistance.
And the block got split there. Couldn't get out there in time was Adams. And Helvig took advantage.
So 12 serving 9. See if Helvig can get rolling. Slide goes to Adams off the block. Snagging that dig was Yosia. Here's Rasmussen. That one popped back. Hawaii still on the attack. High ball to Ross. Little extra oomph. Save to the net. Rasmussen couldn't put it down. Back row set. That's Lux. Touched up by Yosia. Helvig. High bump set and a free ball coming here for the Mountaineers. So choices here for Zerwas. High and away. It goes to Evans off the block. Bumped up by Adams. She gets the set in the middle. But there is Yosia with the save. Ross will get a crack at it through the block. Diving save in the back row by Lux. Jordan will try from the back line. Another dig there by Yosia. Van Sickle to Ross. Does it again.
Check out Brooke Van Sickle. She's just doing it all the time. How about a sweet little back set? She had one earlier as well, and she's serving, she's digging balls. She's like doing it all tonight. She is like the star. Let's give her the player of the game right now.
We've seen enough, according to Chris McLaughlin.
Oh, man.
Definitely has given Hawaii a boost. Here's Rasmussen. Lights it up.
I like the way they ran a play where Rasmussen did something else besides match up against 6'4" Christina Jordan. It was not a good matchup for Joley Rasmussen.
And another timeout taken by West Virginia. 3rd kill of the match for Rasmussen. But you mentioned it, the all-around effort of Brooke Van Sickle, C-Mac. She's doing a little bit of everything.
The service ace has really got things going. Here's the swing that they didn't think, somehow or another, they didn't think that she would hit that ball. Now she comes up with 2 amazing digs. Then she goes on the serving run, which was a 6-0 serving run. She got that floater working. It's just amazing. And then the last 2 sets were phenomenal. So, yeah, she's looking for MVP award right now.
You're calling it awfully early.
I'm telling you. I'm impressed with just her all-around play.
Yeah.
You know, she digs, she sets, she blocks, she hits, she serves. Call her the Renaissance girl. How about that?
Well, and how important has it been for her to do this? I mean, you talk about a set one performance for the Rainbow Wahine where, let's be honest, it was less than inspiring. And yet, Brooke Van Sickle with that service run, what she has done to contribute in other ways, McKenna Ross coming in and providing a spark, Hawaii has been able to find some traction for the first time here this evening. Let's check in with Ryan.
Well, both of these coaches are really trying to match up their two best players, Rasmussen and Jordan. So just as much as Jordan is going up against Rasmussen, Hawaii's doing the same thing. They're actually sending her to the right side to go up against Jordan. So both of these players and coaches playing a chess match with these two players. Back over to you guys.
Rejoining live action, it's Igidi in the middle, the touch, finds the floor.
You know what you're talking about, Brooke Van Sickle and McKenna Ross. Isn't it ironic that in a tall person's game, the two littlest people in Hawaii's roster right now on the court are making the difference?
And is there anything more definitively Hawaii volleyball than that kind of player? The undersized.
The undersized outside hitter.
Exactly. Igidi on the slide. Robin Amo thinking this is more like it here. 5-0 run now being enjoyed by the Wahine.
Reed Tsunohara out of timeouts. He's used both of them, so now he's going with substitutions. He pulls out Jordan, so she will not be attacking out of the back row. There'll be a substitute for her.
Yeah, Keaton Broughton comes in, 5'5" sophomore from Charleston, West Virginia. And Helvig into the net. That was something that Hawaii had cleaned up here in the second set as well. A little more effective from the service line.
I thought Helvig was trying to serve Broughton. You always want to try to serve the new person in the game because you hope that they're a little bit cold and not ready.
Okino receives the serve. Igidi is blocked back on the slide. Van Sickle tried to go back set there, a little off the mark. So chance here for the Mountaineers. Middle set, it's Lynch. Diving save, Okino over the net. Evans has to adjust the steps, dug up by Yosia. Okino back bump set Rasmussen from off the net, off the block and out. Rico Okino. Well, we were talking about the undersized players. How about the smallest player to see the floor yet tonight?
What a play. Okino, she manages to not go under the center line either. Just a great little athletic move there. Nice back bump set, and Rasmussen does the rest.
17 serving 10 here in the second set. See the digging numbers for Okino. Outside, it's Evans. Dug up over the net by guess who? Van Sickle. Then Lynch on the slide. Van Sickle to save off the block ricochet. Westerberg in the middle right there is Hastings. Evans, the swing is blocked back. Good cover by Lux. Evans, another crack at it. Block out a huge chunk that time. So Okino bump sets to Rasmussen.
Hawaii making smarter shot selection, staying in the rally longer, better patience this set by far.
That block up front for Hawaii getting a whole lot of touches as well, leading to some transition opportunities. 18 serving 10. Back row, it's Lux. Again, the block got a piece. The one-arm save by Choi. Ross going cross court.
Ross once again, watch Choi this dig. A one-handed dig, just keeps the ball alive. Don't try that at home, by the way. All coaches want the players to get two hands on the volleyball in their passing.
The roll shot by Lux, diving save Rasmussen. Westerberg bump sets Ross, but she gets stuffed at the net. Lynch denying access there.
Great block by Brianna Lynch, that time a 6'2" junior, up there high, penetrating over the net and down. No way to cover that one.
Since being down 8-5, Hawaii went on a 14-2 run. And then the out serve by Zerwas. And the Rainbow Wahine snatching control of this second set. Your thoughts on the response here? I mean, obviously, Hawaii just didn't appear as though they showed up ready to play. The alarm clock hadn't gone off yet, but in this second set, we saw a response here.
Really have, you know, especially with McKenna Ross and Brooke Van Sickle. And
there's Van Sickle again off the block and out.
And Tiffany Westerberg was the third one. I think each of those three people has made a difference in this second set, made a huge difference. Hawaii up 21-11, mostly because of those three players.
4 kills and 7 swings for Van Sickle, hitting .571. She also has 2 aces, 7 digs here this evening so far. And here is Kaira Hanawahine, serving specialist. Gets it just over the top of the tape. Lynch made it look easy.
See why Lynch hits 360 on the year? She just doesn't make many hitting errors, I'm telling you. She's so solid up front.
The long reach, the setter can just put it up there, and Lynch, in most instances, will still be able to get a decent contact on it. Natalie Winter in to serve. Good pass by Hanawahine. Rasmussen, the off-speeder.
She saw the block well formed. She wasn't going to go hit into it. She was going to go over it. Even if she had to take a little bit off it speed-wise, she was going to go over that block no matter what. I think she was tired of getting blocked.
Rasmussen, an Under Armour All-American at Canyon Crest Academy in San Diego. As Jordan gets dug up, Hanawahine blind back bump set to Helvig. Right there is Hastings. Lux goes off the ricochet of the block, diving save Hanawahine. Here's Van Sickle, the touch, drops. And she sort of points her palms upward and says, I don't know, it's all working right now.
And the heroine of that play, Kaira Hanawahine, with this blind back bump set. Here's the play to end the play, but Kaira really kept the rally alive, made a huge difference.
Rasmussen, good serve. Right side, it's Jordan. Gets it past the double block and down. For what it's worth, Hawaii has contained Christina Jordan, at least by her incredible standards. Just 5 kills so far in the match, hitting $176. Choi, high ball to Helvig. Oh, that had some extra pepper on it. And then the miss on the touch over by Lux. And it's aloha ball in the second for the home team.
Where did that swing come from Helvig? That's miles per hour. That might have been her heaviest hit all year. She gets high fives all around. All the players knew that was a major attack.
So serving for set 2, Noreen Yosia. Forces the overpass. Van Sickle jumped a little too early there. In the middle, it's Adams. Saved by Hanawahine. Bump set. Helvig over the double block. Good save in the back row by Winter. Outside, it's Lux down the line and in. And West Virginia stays alive here momentarily in the second.
Good swing by Kristen Lux. She's having trouble though percentage-wise. She was hitting 0-0-0 prior to that hit. Picks up her 4th kill to go a little above 0.
Jordan trying to go cross court, and it's an ace. So still aloha ball here. 15 serving 24, and one of the rare errors we've seen from Brooke Van Sickle all night long.
Yeah, she's played some pretty perfect volleyball for the most part.
Another ace.
That was a great serve.
That fell off the table.
2 in a row by Christina Jordan.
Led the team last year in aces, had 24 on the season. And a timeout taken by Robin Amo. What do you think about this timeout?
Well, I'll tell you exactly why she's calling it. She does not want West Virginia to get too much momentum going into the 3rd set. And she wants Hawaii to regain their offensive posture by getting a good solid side out. It's not going to happen if they're getting aced, though. I'll tell you, last 2 serves by Jordan, really good. So I'm sure Robin's just saying, let's finish with on a solid note here. And Reed Sonaro is saying, hey, let's see how many we can run off here to get momentum going into the 3rd set.
For the latest information on UH Athletics, go to hawaiiathletics.com for UH news, tickets, videos, and more. Also visit UH's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube sites to follow your favorite teams and get current fan promotions. Very cool to see two teams taking the floor here with head coaches who are Okaina.
Keiki Okaina.
You have Reed Tsunohara out of Hilo High in his 5th season at West Virginia. He has been at a number of different locations, though. Previously a head coach at Buffalo, Cincinnati for over a decade, also at Toledo. Made 8 NCAA tournament appearances as head coach at Cincinnati. In fact, won the Big East title in 2011. Says that this West Virginia job has been a little bit more of a rebuild process, but it seems as though they're starting to get some momentum, starting to put some pieces in place.
He said he really likes this team a lot. He says it's going to take a while for them. They're a little bit on the young side, so he thinks it'll take a while before they really mature, but he likes this team.
Still Aloha ball out of the timeout. And it's Van Sickle. Hawaii bit out of system here. You'll see it has to high bump it to Helvig. It's a free chance here for the Mountaineers. Step out goes to Adams, blocked back. The cover there by Hastings. Here's Lux on the outside, through the block and down.
Lux loves working that line. That's twice in a row she's hit the ball down the line, chiseling the block. But again, the whole play started with the serving of Jordan, put Hawaii in trouble from the get-go.
For what it's worth, 4 straight points for the Mountaineers. Can Hawaii finish the deal here in the second? Outside, Helvig off the block. Right there is Lux. Set goes back row to Jordan. But Helvig and Ijiri say, ole. And that is all she wrote in set number 2. Hawaii flips the script after falling in the first, 25-18. They take it 25-17. Get comfy, folks. This may take a while. Welcome back. Well, let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. Polar opposites, set 1 to set 2, but it bears out with some pretty similar stats.
It really does. With the match that's all tied at 1 set apiece, it's no surprise the stats are pretty even as well. Hawaii had the advantage with the 231 kill percentage because he had 432 in the second set. They really lit it up in that second set. And I think they really showed what the true Hawaii team was like. And how about the 39 digs to 33? That's another significant area where Hawaii's getting more chances to get swings. And I think that in this third set, it'll be really interesting to see which team comes out on fire, because it's going to take a quick early start here, I think, to really take dominant control for this swing set, which normally I think is the most important set of the night, the third set.
Well, how about we talk about all of the key performances that sparked Hawaii? How about the freshman, though, Amber Ijiri? She and Joley Rasmussen leading the way offensively, 6 kills apiece. But Amber with a .364 hitting percentage. Yeah,
that's above her normally. She only hits right around 300, so for her being hitting .360, it's a big number for her.
Well, defense so much the name of the game for Hawaii, not just up front at the net, but here defensively digging up balls.
Yeah, Bailey Choi's leading the way. But right behind her is Noreen Yosia and Brooke Van Sickle. So Hawaii doing a better job playing their back row defense. Got some good touches on the block. Play much better volleyball that the second set than the first.
And you're right about Choi, 11 digs. The only player in double figures in that category here tonight. And the offensive numbers for Brooke Van Sickle. Bailey Choi starts things off with an ace, as Lux tried to get out of the way, but was unable to.
It was an out ball. And Lux did try to get out of the way, just couldn't get out of the way in time. Bailey Choi, she's got that nice floater that oftentimes will drop on the back line, but this time I bet she gets this one in. She does.
Of course, is the bad pass, though. Lux from the back row, dug up by Helvig. Outside, here's Ross. McKenna Ross again starting this third set. Back row, it's Lux, blocked back. Be up there by Zerwas. Jordan with the swing, block out a piece. Choi goes to Rasmussen, 2 blockers up, she goes off the fingertips. Played off the net and returned, so free chance here for Hawaii. Right side, Rasmussen off the block and out. And Hawaii has scored the first 2 of set number 3.
Once again, Hawaii exhibiting some patience there. I think that was the biggest thing that was missing in the first set was patience. And they kept the ball in play there. The attackers took good shot selection.
Bailey Choi with the run-up, jump floater. Middle, they go a little crisscross action, and it's Caitlyn Evans the beneficiary.
Kaitlyn Evans happy to be getting the start tonight, for sure. She's making the most of it.
Averaging 1.2 kills per set, hitting .333 on the season, though. And an ace coming back the other way, Natalie Winter. And that one handcuffed Helvig.
One of 2 jump servers on the team.
5'9" freshman from Katy, Texas. Good pass there by Ross. Middle set, Westerberg going back to work. Her 4th kill. Still error-free.
Well, the block was there waiting for it. 2 blockers up, in fact. I'm sure that Bailey Choi was taking note of that. On the next good pass, my guess is that Westerberg will be a decoy.
Rico Aquino, the Kalani High School alum, with the serve. Right side, Jordan tried to go over the block, dug up by Helvig. High ball set goes to Van Sickle. Big block against her. It's dug up by Hastings. Middle set, Lynch! Roofed by Westerberg. It's going to get increasingly more difficult to keep Westerberg off the floor if she continues to do what she's doing tonight.
She's played the fireman's role here all season long, and that fireman's role might be over.
High ball set goes to Jordan. Cross court, right there is Choi. So Westerberg bump sets Rasmussen. Middle set, Lynch. Dug up by Aquino. This is going to be a joust at the net. That may have been an out ball, but it was blocked by Westerberg on the Jordan swing. Now Lux is roofed. Westerberg next to Rasmussen.
What a sequence. Westerberg in on several of those plays. She blocked the overpass. She's with Rasmussen there on that block. She had a bump set in there somewhere. She's playing some good volleyball right now.
Terrific Tiffany Westerberg right now for the Rainbow Wahine. It is 5 serving 2. I mean, night to night, you just don't know who's going to be the spark, what the combination is going to be that gets Hawaii on track as Lux hits into that block. Outside, Van Sickle, big wind up, uncoils and unloads.
This is a small package of dynamite is what she is. She just brings the heat.
6 kills for Brooke, Hawaii up 4. I like the way you've described it, C-Mac, kind of like the in case of emergency, break glass and bust out Tiffany Westerberg, and tonight it's paid off.
Yeah, she really has come through. 4 kills, no errors in 6 tries, hitting .667, and she's got 2 block solos and a block assist.
And then the touch on the block there on the Jordan swing once more. Rasmussen tried to touch it deep, punched up in the air by Hastings, and we got a collision under the net. And this looks scary. Joley Rasmussen looks to be in extreme pain, and on the other side, Brianna Lynch also appearing to be experiencing some significant discomfort. And this is scary.
This is not good.
Bottom right corner of your screen, Rasmussen going up against the double block. Oh my goodness.
The right ankle.
And that is a pretty bad one. That looked to be a full ankle turn.
Yeah.
As she landed on the foot of Brianna Lynch. And right now you can hear a whisper in this Stan Sheriff Center. The crowd applauding Brianna Lynch as she is assisted off the floor. But Joley Rasmussen being helped off of Terraflex, unable to put any weight on that right leg. And that is excruciating to watch.
Yeah, that was her. Saw a shot of her father there.
She has been through so much in the realm of injury, whether it be knees, back, you name it. And she has fought through it each and every time and was looking forward to this season. She said it time and time again. She wanted this after transferring to a new location, having new surroundings. She wanted this to be a season where she didn't have to deal with any of those physical ailments, any of those obstacles and challenges.
It was her main goal. She says, you know, I just want to be healthy for 1 year. Then she had the webbing torn in her between her fingers. She says, that doesn't count. So I'm still good on my goal. I really haven't been injured yet. But now this one's going to be it's going to be a tough one.
Macy McElhaney on the floor for West Virginia. Concern for players on both sides. Obviously, Brianna Lynch did not look good from her perspective either. But Joley Rasmussen, who has just been a force since joining this program this young season. Huge concern for her going forward, and we'll see if there's any update we can give you here in the near future as Brooke Van Sickle hits it into the pin, and it's a point for West Virginia. So here you have a player on each side going down with an apparent injury. How do these players for these respective teams play through that, C-Mac?
Well, it's going to be tough. They've all just got to dig down, and one of the things you can do is you want to play for that person that got hurt. If you dig down that way and you show some loyalty toward that person, sometimes that can work if you sort of focus your energy in that direction.
All right, so we can see Joley Rasmussen being worked on by Renee Shigemura in the tunnel here behind the Hawaii bench. Meanwhile, Brianna Lynch was taken back to the locker room to be treated. As we play on here, Hawaii up 4. Noreen, you'll see a high set goes to Van Sickle and an inadvertent buzzer.
That means that somebody served out of turn is my guess.
That usually is what that means. And so a rotational error on the part of the Rainbow Wahine gives the point to West Virginia, and Dan Hironaka now with the explanation. And there is a look at an uncomfortable and probably at the moment dejected Joley Rasmussen. And they're going to check to make sure that Hawaii knows what rotation to be in.
Yeah, the last thing you want to have happen is the wrong server go back and serve again.
You know, you can just feel the energy in this arena has been so significantly deflated by seeing a player for Hawaii who was the opening weekend's Hawaiian Airlines Classic MVP, was not only a Big West Conference but an AVCA National Player of the Week. To see her go down, and I think the Akamai fans here, knowing the history that she's battled with in terms of injury, a lot of concern here, and you just feel like the air's been let out of the building. As Hawaii seems to have moved all of the pieces in the right place. Van Sickle pops it straight up in the air. You'll see a high bump set, and Wagner just has to send it across free ball style. Outside, Lux down the line right there, two-handed save, Yosia. Here's Van Sickle, the touch shot, diving save there by Hastings. Put over on the second touch by the setter, Zerwas, but sniffed out by Ross. Here's Helvig, and Hawaii wins a long one. So Hannah Helvig starting to get it working back into positive figures, hitting percentage-wise, 3 kills, hitting .083. Good serve there by Yosia. Slapped over by Jordan, two-hand save there, Ross. Here's Hawaii on the attack. Helvig the swing, dug up over the net. Yosia the first touch. So Ross goes back set to Helvig. Oh, that was heavy.
Great set by McKenna Ross. High, wide, no spin. That ball had hit me written all over it, and Helvig did just that. Look at that set. 2 blockers up, she goes, nice little angle, wrist away shot.
Overpass, Igidi gobbles it up, and Hawaii up a half dozen here in the third.
So Christina Jordan comes out of the back row now. So she will not be attacking out of the D area.
Outside set, it goes to Lux. Again, the block getting good chunks of these swings by West Virginia. And then Amber Igidi smacks it home.
Boy, looking pretty good in transition there. Very quick to the ball was Amber Igidi.
11 serving 4. Yosia trying to keep the pressure on. Joust at the net. And Helvig loses the battle. Good joust there by the setter Zerwas.
Zerwas, just a sophomore, but she plays with a lot of maturity.
Last year won the Mountaineer Award, which is given to the student athlete who best exemplifies the values and traits of a Mountaineer. Evans, found that deep back corner. Just scratched it up against the line. And West Virginia down a handful. Lux, the jump serve. Ross just able to get a touch on it. Wagner from the back row and caught it fat. And it's a point for West Virginia. Hawaii reeling here. Bit of a sticky rotation. 3 straight points scored by the Mountaineers. Remember what's swirling through the dome of Robin Almo at the moment. Igidi, the dink! What a sliding save there by Hastings. Shoveled across there by Evans. Hawaii now goes backside to Van Sickle. Back row set to Lux. Dug up over the net by Yosia. Almost a defensive maneuver there. Evans again, the roll shot. And West Virginia creeping back in. Trailing by 3. Robin almost signals for a timeout. The effort play by Alexa Hastings to keep that sequence going. It's a battle in the third. Welcome back. West Virginia climbing back into this third set. We're even Steven at 1 set apiece. Joley Rasmussen electing not to leave the floor, go back to the locker room or anything of that sort. She is sitting on the Hawaii bench. They brought out a pair of crutches for her, but she has relented at the moment and wants to still stay out here to support her teammates. And right now, it's West Virginia gaining the momentum as Evans stuck Van Sickle at the net. That's now 5 straight points scored by the Mountaineers.
Great block by Evans that time, reaching over the net.
You'll see a cross-court bump set to Helvig, tight to the pin. Layout save by Broughton. Evans from off the net. Good defense of the back line there by Wagner. Igidi in the middle. Dug up by Broughton, but only momentarily. And Hawaii finally gets out of that rotation.
I think we may see a challenge by Reed Sunahara. I think he's claiming that his setter did not touch the ball twice. Maybe, let's see if there's 2 touches here.
And there appeared to be 2 touches there.
Yeah.
Before it hit the net and then after it hit the net. But the last review that we saw was a bit of a surprising ultimate ruling. And so.
Exactly. It looks like he's not going to use his challenge card.
You just never know. Slide. That's Adams cross court. And Robin Almo had to get out of the way because that one was coming in hot. Point for West Virginia.
And she would have loved to have played it too, by the way.
She was in good position.
Yeah, she was. There she is. Good. 100 minutes out of the way.
Ross with the overpass. And easy pickings for Zerwas. And look at this. West Virginia back within a digit here in set number 3. Largest lead for the Rainbow Wahine was 7 in this third set. You'll see a backside Helvig against a double block. And she delivers. Helvig starting to get rolling.
Hannah Helvig is going to be one of the players who steps up and gives some more offensive production with the loss of Joley Rasmussen. She's really got to step up to the plate and ramp up her kill per set average.
13 serving 11. Outside Evans comes swooping in down the line, but wide. And it is a point for Hawaii. The West Virginia players requesting that Reed Sunahara challenge the in-out call there, and I think he's going to do that. And so Dan Hiranaka will take another look. It was Kaitlyn Evans who had the swing, who was most adamantly trying to urge Coach Sunahara to bust out the challenge placard.
I'm pretty sure it was out. Let's see. It looks like a lot of green and not much white.
You just never quite know.
Looks like more green than white. I think out call is the correct one.
Well, quick decision here by Dan Hiranaka. And he gives the point to Hawaii. The call stands. Well, it's worth a shot. Again, I think what we're seeing is sometimes the difficulty of overturning a call and seeing the incontrovertible evidence to lead to that. 14 serving 11. Middle set, and that is Macy McElhaney. Wagner with a good crack at it. McElhaney again in the middle. Pinballed around. Bump set goes to Ross. Blocked back. Hawaii still with it. You'll see a high ball bump set to Ross. Got the touch, and Hawaii gets to 15 first. And another argument, Reed Sunahara and Dan Hiranaka. I think he thought there was maybe a double contact or an extra touch somewhere on the Hawaii side.
I thought it was 4 touches myself. I thought that's what Reed was contesting.
15 serving 11. Good serve by Helvig. It goes to Evans. And she sends it way long.
Touch them all.
There you go. How about the swings that we have seen in this third set?
Well, some emotional swings as well for both teams.
Big time.
When was the last time we saw both players go down in the same play and both have to go to the locker room or go, be taken to the tunnel for having their trainers examine them?
And both at the time were their team's leading hitters.
Exactly. What is this, a football game we're watching? Linebackers and offensive linemen are being taken to the tunnel?
Don't say it's not a physical sport. Do not attempt to claim that. Joley Rasmussen, by the way, continuing to sit on the Hawaii bench. What does that even just unto itself say about her? She cannot be in great comfort. She must be in some pain here. And Joley Rasmussen still on the bench to show at least some level of support, as you see Brianna Lynch back out there with West Virginia as well. Take another look at this, and this is pretty tough to watch. As Rasmussen turns the ankle significantly, and then her left foot was on Lynch's foot, and Lynch trying to sort of get out of the way, and she may have tugged something, strained something along the way as well. Both players were down on the floor for an extended period of time.
I think Lynch's was probably a knee, it looked like, maybe twisted knee. But Rasmussen definitely that left ankle. Her right ankle. I think Joley's staying there out of loyalty purposes. She loves this program. She loves the coaching staff. She loves her teammates, and she wants to be there for them. If she can't be there on the court, she's going to be there yelling on the sideline.
It is one of the most frustrating feelings that any athlete can experience. The feeling of knowing that you can be out there, knowing that you should be out there, but simply not having the opportunity because of an injury. And of course, at this moment in time, it is very much an uncertainty. What is going to be the ultimate diagnosis? How serious is this, if at all? Like, it's very much up in the air, and the problem is she's been through it so many times. That's got to add to the torturous nature. Here's Evans, dug up by Yosia. Bump set goes to Wagner from off the net. Played by Lux over the net, and Igidi lays the smackdown.
Igidi making the right decision there to hit the overpass rather than pass it up. No blocker up on her, so might as well hammer away, and she did.
So camera shy.
Haley Choi forces an overpass, it looked like.
Choi sets up Wagner. Goes the opposite way with it. Sniffed out there by Evans. And then the middle set, McElhaney. 6'1" sophomore from Beaver, Pennsylvania, playing in just her 5th set of the season, coming on in place of the injured Brianna Lynch.
We played 20 sets out of 112 last year. So she's going to be happy getting some playing time.
Good pass there by Okino. Middle set, Westerberg rattled the tape. It didn't matter. Hawaii up a handful. Largest lead of this set was 7 for the Rainbow Wahine, whittled down to 1 by West Virginia. Now Hawaii with a little more breathing room again.
When you have a double injury like that, you never know which way the emotional momentum is going to shift.
Backside, Jordan down the line. Good up by Okino. Ross two-hands it over. Advantage Mountaineers. Can they do something with it? Lux down the line. Got it past Choi.
I'm surprised that Riley Wagner posted that block inside because Lux loves to hit that line.
23rd attempt for Lux. She has, I think that 24th attempt. She has 5 kills to go along with her 12 digs. Here's Van Sickle rising up. Dug up by Lux, make it 13 digs. Van Sickle the swing. Mountaineers the other way. They go backside to Jordan. The tip shot, diving save Okino. Ross from the back row, off the block. Good save by Wagner. Back bump set Westerberg to Van Sickle is dug up by Hastings. Lux down the line, two-handed in the air by Choi. Blind back bump set, Okino to Van Sickle. And it's popped up in the air, but to no avail. Hawaii wins another lengthy one.
Notice that patience once again paid off. And how about the back bump set by Westerberg? Was Okino's blind back bump set. Westerberg had one there as well.
That's right. Westerberg had one on one knee.
Exactly, yeah. She's doing a nice job doing some all-around volleyball. How about Okino?
Yeah, she's had a couple of those.
How about her GPA? Higher than yours, I promise.
Yeah, I promise too. Jordan. Nice arm swing there. That is Christina Jordan's 6th kill. This is a player who is averaging over 3.7 kills per set coming into this match. Had a 30-kill match against San Diego State just a week ago.
And remember her serving last set. She went on a big run.
Choi goes to Ross from the back row. McKenna Ross.
That's called the B set out of the back row. A set is in the front left. B is the next area. And this is when Hawaii has all the guns firing. There's Ross hitting the B set. Block, not ready for it. Boy, that rest that the Ross got really helped her, I guess, huh?
6 kills for McKenna. Hawaii on the attack. Igidi in the middle. She is laying the lumber right now from that middle position.
And the connection between Igidi and you'll see it getting better and better every time they play together.
And for Amber Igidi, that is her 11th kill. That is a new, very young career high.
Oh, and she's hitting 500. How about that?
Not too shabby. How about the 3 blocks as well? Hawaii by 6. Backside, the slide goes to Adams, dug up by Wagner. Van Sickle on the swing. Right there is Hastings. Set goes to Adams. You'll see the save. So Igidi bump sets Helvig cross court and in.
And Igidi gets a rare assist. That might be her first assist of the year. I think she surprised herself. She's going, I hope I get this up there high enough. I think she was more excited in that time than Helvig was to get the assist.
These middles are working wonders right now. Slide, Adams pumps it long. Was there a touch? no touch. Hawaii extends the lead. Largest of this third set. A 4-0 Rainbow Wahine run. No timeouts left for West Virginia.
Some self-inflicted wounds by West Virginia this set. It's their 5th hitting error.
You could sense the toss was a little off target there for Yosia. She hits it into the twine. How about offensively here, C-Mac? Rainbow Wahine hitting .350 compared to a .105 for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, big difference, especially in the hitting error department. Hawaii with only 3 hitting errors the whole set, 17 kills to go along with it.
The crossing pattern. Van Sickle the touch, gets it down. 9 kills for Brooke Van Sickle. And it is aloha ball in the third for Hawaii. So Brooke Van Sickle serving for the all-important set 3. Great serve. Middle set, Adams punched up by Yosia. Van Sickle sets it to the pin to Helvig, blocked back. And then Okino and Van Sickle disrupt each other. And it's a point for West Virginia.
That was Van Sickle's ball all the way. Rika stole it, but rather have 2 players go for the ball than none, for sure.
Adams the serve. Oh, that handcuffed Okino a little bit. Okino has to get it over. She does. It looked like it may have been an out ball, but it was played by Adams. Slide goes to McElhaney. Right there is Okino. Back row set. Van Sickle, the roll shot. And Hawaii takes set 3 by the same score by which they took set 2, 25-17. But it was costly, as in the process, Hawaii lost, at least for the time being, Joley Rasmussen. Welcome back. Catch the greatest plays, biggest blocks, and schedule info by following Spec Sports High on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Hawaii up 2-1 here in this match against West Virginia. 2 players in double figures in kills for the Rainbow Wahine, led by the freshman Amber Igidi.
Amber Igidi, 11 kills, only 2 errors. She's getting 500 on the night, hitting overpasses like that. Coming in for the quick set, she's hit some slides as well. How about the bump set? This is what she thinks is her greatest play tonight, I'm sure. If you'll ask her afterwards, she got her first assist of the year. And Brooke Van Sickle, what a job she's done. Here she is on set point in the third set. She's got 10 kills, 8 digs on the night. And she, too, is getting her kills in all kinds of different ways. She goes down the line, she goes cross court, she goes over the block, she hits tip shots. And I think the best part of her game might be her setting.
If you're just joining, I agree. If you're just joining us, a little bit of a late arrival for the Rainbow Wahine in this match. They dropped set 1, 25-18, but then were able to turn it around, sparked by the play of Van Sickle, the insertion of McKenna Ross making her season debut, freshman Tiffany Westerberg. Obviously, Amber Igidi has been pretty stout throughout, but Hawaii turning it around in sets 2 and 3. So they're up 2-1 here on opening night in the Outrigger Hotels and Resorts Rainbow Wahine Volleyball Challenge. And Riley Wagner getting in on the fun here to start set number 4. Also, though, Hawaii having to deal with a significant loss, at least tonight. That is the injury to Joley Rasmussen. She is on crutches. They are icing that right ankle. She is still along the Hawaii bench, but we will wait word here moving forward as to what that injury entails. The hope is obviously that she'll be able to continue getting back out there on the floor for the Rainbow Wahine in the not too distant future as Van Sickle gets yet another put down.
What a smart shot by Brooke Van Sickle that time. She saw that she was, the set was a little bit tight. She was trapped, so she elected to go high hands, not hit into the block, but just get a fingertip and get the nice kill.
Hawaii up 2-0. The step out goes to Adams. And Adams continues to be effective. 7th put down for Audrey Adams, the transfer from Xavier. Hit a team high 343 for the Musketeers last year. Van Sickle playing what may have been an out ball, but Westerberg able to balance it out either way.
Nice little 31 set that time from Bailey Choi to Westerberg. Good connection.
How about the hitting percentage for Tiffany Westerberg? Coming in, she was hitting .453. That is now her 6th kill. And she's hitting well over 700. Helvig off the block. Helvig a second time, cross court and in. That was a thin slice.
Oh, I like the way that Bailey Choi repeated, went right back to her. Give Helvig a second chance, maybe fool the block a little. Block a little bit late, but block definitely out way too far. Give a lot of cross court to Hannah Helvig.
Ava Richards in for West Virginia. 4 serving 1. Back row set, that's Lux, tried to push it deep. So Ross comes over and sets up Helvig through the block and down. Helvig was offensively rather non-existent in the first set, but she has found it, C-Mac.
Yeah, it was not her best start of the year. Now she's starting to find her rhythm.
An early timeout signaled by Reed Sunahara. Surfboard shapers have held a special position among the surfing tribe. Meet 3 of these craftsmen on an all-new Board Stories following tonight's broadcast. Mike Seeley, head coach for UCLA, in the house. This is night 1 of the Outrigger Hotels and Resorts Rainbow Wahine Volleyball Challenge. UCLA sweeping Utah Valley in the opening match of the tournament earlier this evening, as McElhaney gets it down for West Virginia. This will be a continuation of the Hawaii-UCLA rivalry on Saturday. Remember, it was actually cut off last year thanks to Hurricane Lane, which basically canceled the season opening tournament for Hawaii. UCLA decided to stay home. Kansas State was already out here, so they played a pair of matches with the Rainbow Wahine, but it was the first time in forever that Hawaii and UCLA did not play one another, and so the rivalry continues on Saturday.
It took a hurricane to do it.
That's right. Six serving 2.
Once again, Noreen Yosia serve, forces the ball off the net. Centers get pulled off the net. Block gets a chance to line up, and the roofing company is in the house again.
They slam it shut. It's Igidi and Helvig slowly starting to become among the most formidable blocking combos for this Rainbow Wahine squad.
Again, center pulled off the net. Block gets to line up.
And then Jordan misses on the touch. It's been much more laborious here tonight for Christina Jordan. Out of Liberty Charter High School.
At that left side is where she got those 30 kills last week at San Diego State.
And that was special for her. She is from San Diego. Was back in front of friends and family and put on a stellar performance, even though it came in defeat in 5 sets. But right now, that block, Igidi and Helvig, is impenetrable.
It's Hawaii's 9th block of the evening.
4 straight points for the Rainbow Wahine. You'll see another great serve. Good pass, though, by Hastings. And the middle set pumped down by McElhaney.
Great swing by McElhaney. Good pass up that time by tough Yosia serve.
West Virginia has never made the NCAA tournament. They've made 2 NIVC appearances back in '91 and then again in 2017 as Igidi wins a patty cake battle above the tape.
And that'll go down, I think, as block number 10 on the night.
And how about this opening schedule for West Virginia? They won't play their first home game until September 20th when they host their own Mountaineer Invitational. First opponent there is Duquesne.
I think that schedule was by design. I think Reed Sunahara really wanted to have his troops get bonded on the road.
Wanted to come out to Hawaii, too. The block is up again. Above the net, Igidi gets it to rattle down for another Hawaii point.
Igini's starting to roam at the net right now, patrolling as if it's her territory, and nobody's getting by.
You're right. She has been suffocating that West Virginia hitting attack on the outside. Serve goes long off the palm of Van Sickle.
What's been fun about watching Igini's performances, she's been pulled in the second set of a lot of matches this year, and Sky Williams has been staying in all the time. All of a sudden now the roles reversed.
Slide goes to Igini, plugs it through the block, and that'll be a double hit against Adams. Point for Hawaii. Amber Igini, I mean, last week Sky Williams, this week Amber Igini. Somebody in the middle just keeps popping week to week for Hawaii.
How about Westerberg tonight as well? Tiffany's having a great night.
Right side of the set goes to Erin Slindy, fresh into the match. Wagner tried to slice it thin, Slindy the dig. Set didn't go where it was supposed to, so free chance here for Hawaii. Slide, Igini, was there a touch? Net violation instead called against the Mountaineers. Point for Hawaii.
A bit of frustration there by Reed Sunhara, seeing Hawaii finally hits the ball out and he gets a net violation.
So 13 serving 4. The wheels coming off here for the Mountaineers. Lux dug up by Van Sickle. Big swing by Ross, pumps it long. What has been the biggest difference, you think, for the Rainbow Wahine from set 1, where it just looked like they were in quicksand, to now what we're seeing here since?
I think Robinovo inserting different people in different spots. I think the people that came in all did a job. From McKenna Ross to Tiffany Westerberg to Wagner going out and then coming back in and having to play well. Both setters doing a good job, and Brooke Van Sickle ramping up her game. It's been a combination of things, but Robin Amo unafraid to just start pushing all the buttons. Dave Shoji used to be great at that. I thought that was the best thing he did.
Yeah, he had a knack for that, and Robin Amo showing that she's got some good intuition on that front as well. That's set well off the mark there from Choi. Point for West Virginia. Kaitlyn Evans back into the match. West Virginia preseason pick to finish last in the Big 12 Conference. Texas is the favorite. Baylor off to an incredible start. Now a top 5 team was the preseason pick to finish second. Hawaii, of course, will see Baylor next week, along with Missouri. So a huge weekend for Hawaii, going up against 2 nationally ranked opponents, at least currently nationally ranked. An opportunity for them to further make a statement when it comes to RPI and NCAA tournament selection as that serve goes into the net. But this West Virginia team, do you get the feeling that they are better than what the expectation is, or what are your thoughts here after seeing them play tonight?
I find it hard to believe they'll finish last in the Big 12. They're way better than that. They clearly have the potential to be a very good team.
Outside, here's Evans through the block and down. That was Wagner and Westerberg trying to provide resistance. Van Sickle with the pass. Westerberg in the middle. Dug up over the net. Tracked down by Hana Wahine. Westerberg again. Just missed the floor wide. That is Westerberg's first hitting error of the match. And it's 9 serving 15. Van Sickle uncorks.
Important side out there for Hawaii to get. Going to Van Sickle for it. I was worried they were going to get stuck in a weird rotation and not be able to side out. And West Virginia is starting to gain some momentum, starting to regain their confidence.
Van Sickle now 12 kills, a double-double performance to go along with her 10 digs.
This 7-point lead, in my opinion, is not enough against this very good West Virginia team.
Tomorrow night, Hawaii taking on Utah Valley. And then, of course, the rivalry renewed against UCLA on Saturday. McElhaney sends it long, no touch up front for Hawaii. And another point for the Rainbow Wahine. One timeout left for West Virginia. Hawaii still sitting on its 2. Outside, Evans, huge crack dug up over the net by Hana Wahine. And then McElhaney was unable to secure it and then sort of boxed out the setter, Lacey Zerwas. And then we'll have another substitution as Katie DeMeo enters the match for West Virginia. 18 serving 9. Hawaii has West Virginia doubled up here in the 4th. Looking to improve to 7-0. And that'll help. Wagner with the ace.
Well, the bottom dropped out on that one, didn't it, Kanoa? Just got over the net and just straight down.
Yeah, that was nasty. Timeout taken by the Mountaineers. We'll take a break as well. Hawaii up big. Welcome back. Time now for the Akamai Roofing Report. And Hawaii bringing the block party. Maybe a bit of a slow start for Hawaii on a number of fronts, but when they've needed it, that Rainbow Wahine wall has been of service. 10 total team blocks for the Bows here so far tonight as that hit goes wide, and Hawaii now up 11 and looking to close the deal.
West Virginia really struggling to find the court. 4 kills, 7 errors. They're hitting negative. Negative 111 there. Now it's negative 125, I think. They're really struggling to find the court.
Janelle Gong making her 2nd appearance of the season. Mountaineers way out of system. And Westerberg sends it out. Things have come undone a bit for the Mountaineers and head coach Reed Sunahara, but it was great talking to him earlier today. Obviously, the local boy out of Hilo High. He was recently inducted into the Big Island Sports Hall of Fame. That was back in February. If you talk to anybody who is familiar with his playing career, he is regarded as one of the best all-around athletes to ever not only come out of the Big Island, but out of Hawaii. He was a 3-sport standout, volleyball, basketball, and baseball. Ended up pursuing volleyball, obviously, at UCLA, playing with one of the best teams in men's collegiate history, winning 3 national titles.
Yeah, unbelievable. He had 2 of those 3 years that he won the national championship. They were undefeated. Nobody does that.
That one helps the Hawaii cause.
I'll tell you, if you'd asked me an hour ago that Hawaii would be playing the 4th set and it'd be up 22-10, I'd say, oh,
that's right.
I don't know. They just lost Joley Rasmussen, and they got to somehow find a way to make up for the loss of their star player.
Block out a piece. Good up there by Hana Wahine. Here's Van Sickle. They go the other side to Helvig. Blocked back. Popped up by Yosia. Hana Wahine. Back bump set to Van Sickle. Good dig along the back line there by Lindsay Proctor. But then Ijiri with the block. It comes back over onto the Hawaii side. Ijiri with the swing. Proctor the diving save. Evans off the fingertips. Hawaii now on the attack. Here's Van Sickle.
She's had some kind of night. Yep, there's Dad Gary, great player in his own right when he played for UH back in the late 80s. Brooke with 12 kills, only hitting .370 right now. 10 digs. He's got a double-double going on.
Hawaii closing in. Swing there by Slindy, touched over by Van Sickle. Body's hitting the floor on the West Virginia side. You'll see a diving save. Helvig, cross-court set, Van Sickle blasts it off the block and out. And they will rise at the Stan Sheriff Center.
I'll tell you what's happened since Rasmussen went out. I think each player just asked themselves, what more can I do to be better to make up for the loss of Joley? So it's been like 5 or 6 people who have all stepped up just a little bit, just enough to make a difference.
Aloha ball here on night 1 of the Outrigger Rainbow Wahine Volleyball Challenge. To improve to 7-0. Middle set. And it will be prolonged a little bit longer. DeMeo with the put down there, but it remains Aloha ball. Hawaii hitting 360 in this 4th set.
Here comes a jump serve.
Natalie Winter, pass gong. And Igidi misses the floor.
You know what, when you're up 24-11, you can do that.
That's right.
A bunch of times. In fact, I'd go back to her right now. Give her another shot at it.
Hawaii looking to hammer in the final nail here. And they won't have to. Serve sails long. And the Rainbow Wahine with a come-from-behind 4-set victory over West Virginia of the Big 12, winning the first ever meeting between these two programs. 18-25, 25-17, 25-17, and 25-12. Hawaii improves to 7-0 on the season. Alas, Chris McLaughlin, it came at a cost.
It really did. I'm not sure what the seriousness is of that ankle injury for Joley Rasmussen, but clearly she's not happy. The one thing she wanted to do this year at Kanoa, and she told both of us this, I just want to be healthy for 1 year. With no operations, no surgeries, no ankles, no backs. And here she is with an ankle, 7th game into the season. Hopefully she'll be able to recover. I'll tell you something this, if it's just like a 3rd-degree ankle sprain, nobody will rehab harder than this young lady right now.
A supremely talented volleyball player. We hope to see her sooner rather than later. Let's send it over to Scott Robbs. He's with Robin Online.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kanoa. Coach, first off, congratulations. But a costly victory. What do you know about Joley right now?
I don't know nothing. She might come out and play tomorrow. I don't know. She hurt her ankle, and I don't know how bad it is. Maybe she'll be back, maybe not.
I guess we'll have to wait.
We just got to move on.
All right, Coach, that first set, your ball handling was not very good. Made some changes. You brought in Rika. You brought in McKenna Ross for the first time this year. We saw some changes. That really seemed to settle things down.
I mean, it's the ball handling, but there was no energy. There's no energy at the floor. They made a point. It was like, oh, I told them, it looked like you guys are relieved you won the point. Like, no. Like, there's, just step up the energy. We'll be fine.
What did it mean to have McKenna Ross back out on the floor for you?
Oh, it was awesome. We could have used her for the other games, too. Like I said, we call her, let's go full Rossi on them. She did tonight. So.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
Guys, back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Full Rossi indeed. 6 kills, 200 hitting percentage, 3 digs, and a couple of assists for McKenna Ross. But let's take a look at the Bank of Hawaii players of the match. Kaitlyn Evans, 9 kills, hit 222, 4 blocks, 4 digs. Brooke Van Sickle, a double-double, all-around performance. 14 kills, hitting 414 with 11 digs and 2 service aces. Hawaii also minimizing, in essence, the damage done by Christina Jordan, who finished with 6 kills, hit negative 0.32 on the night, C-Mac.
Wow, that's... I knew they were going to focus on trying to slow her down, as I know Reed Sunhara was going to try to slow down Joley Rasmussen, but I did not think Hawaii would slow Jordan down that much. She went for 30 kills last week against San Diego State, and tonight more errors than kills. A lot of credit that though has to go to Hawaii's blockers. They had 10 blocks tonight. That really made things difficult for Jordan. And when Hawaii wasn't blocking the ball straight down and getting credit for a block, they were getting great touches and then running transition plays off the touches.
And doing this for the majority tonight without Sky Williams, last week's Big West Conference Defensive Player of the Week, the tournament MVP. I mean, the interchangeable parts that we are in essence seeing here for Robin Amo and this club, it really has given her a lot of options and has given her the confidence to call the number of some of the players who are waiting in the wings.
Exactly. I think they all have confidence. When she calls their number, they know that she's got confidence in them. They come in, they deliver every single time. It's rare that you see one of the subs come in and not play well. Look how Wagner came back. She was pulled out second set. All of a sudden she comes back in the third and fourth and plays some good volleyball. Had to come in and replace Rasmussen. So, you just never know where Robin Amo is going to put the lineup, who's going to be put where and when. But I do know one thing. She's got a lot of good volleyball players to pull from. She's got a team that's confident right now. They're playing well. And even though Rasmussen is out for who knows how long, they're going to find a way to continue to be good.
Oh, the cruelty of sports. You welcome back McKenna Ross, and then Joley Rasmussen goes down. The hope is it is not one that will be an extended injury. But we wait to find that out. Hawaii back on the floor tomorrow against Utah Valley. 7-0, the start to this 2019 season for the Rainbow Wahine. Don't forget about the Heineken post-game show. They'll break things down for you. But for now, for Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kono Alehi. Aloha from the Stan Sheriff Center.
Welcome back to the Heineken post-game show.
And welcome back. There you see the final numbers. Hawaii wins in 4 over West Virginia, 18-25, 25-17, 17-12 to improve to a perfect 7-0 to start the 2019 season. And part of the reason Hawaii's had so much success is because of that young lady over there, Amber Igidi, the freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And, we looked at you the very first night. We said, hard to believe she's only a freshman. I mean, just
oh my gosh.
You don't look like a freshman, not just physically, but the way you play. Talk a little bit about your background.
Okay, well, honestly, I don't think that was my best game, but it's okay because I learned a lot of patience throughout this week, so being with Coach Rob and the team. So yeah, y'all might not think I look like a freshman, but I think in my eyes I'm like a little freshman. I don't know, but yeah, came from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Was coached by two very good coaches. Shout out to Coach Rob Smith and Donna Pixley. They're great coaches. They taught me to play with heart and just play well.
Moving in back to tonight's match, you just had a spectacular match. It's pretty obvious you've been working really hard and your connection seems to be getting better with the setters. How has that come about for you?
Yes. Okay. So the beginning, it's hard. I need a connection with my setters, and obviously it's easy for Noreen if we have a connection. So after practices, we usually do extra reps and everything, and that helped. We did extra reps earlier today after practice, and that helped a lot. So yeah, just extra practice all the time.
It obviously was sort of a very sad moment when we saw Joley go down. What was that like for you folks on the court, and was that any motivation, and what were your reactions when you saw that kind of transpire?
Oh my gosh, if you saw my face, it was really sad because I was not expecting it. I looked down and then I looked up and Joe was on the floor, and we were just talking about in the locker room that it's so sad that Joe got hurt, but we're like a team. We've always talked about being a team, and that means anyone can come in and pick up from Joe. And but yeah, we still play with Joe, and we hope she gets better soon. So yeah.
We were told that you played high school, obviously, but you didn't play at the open level of club volleyball.
No, I didn't.
What got you involved in volleyball? Did you play other sports, or was it always volleyball?
No, I did not play other sports. I cannot shoot basketball to save my life, but but I was in 5th grade. I started volleyball, and freshman year I actually started club, which was a little late for people. But I started club freshman year, and yeah, what was the question you said?
I forgot too.
No,
Oh my goodness.
No, I thought maybe you were like a multi-sport
how I started.
athlete or something.
No, it's just been volleyball so
yeah.
far. Yeah, I love volleyball. I think it's the best sport. So.
Talk a little bit about the relationship that you've built with Sky Williams. I mean, after Game 3 there, she had the whole group over and you guys were talking, and she was not even on the court anymore, but she just took the whole team aside and she started sharing information with you, and she speaks so highly of you and you of her.
I love Sky. I'm she's like a big sister to me, But yeah, even when she wasn't on the court, she brings the same energy. She literally told us I feel like I'm on the court. Like, she just wanted energy from us constantly today. But I love her. She's such a big leader. She's just a junior, and she has one more year, but she's such a big leader so far. I love her.
What was it like for you outside of volleyball, just moving here to Hawaii? What were some of the things that you had to get adjusted to, be it new pitch and slangs or be it new food? What were some of the things that you had to make moving from Louisiana all the way to Hawaii?
Well, it's a classic answer, but the food's different, but I like it. I like Spam musubi.
All right.
I really like that. Yeah, but that's good. And what else is different? We have to walk a lot, but it's college life, so hopefully I can get a car. But parents, no. But yeah, that's it. Usually, it's fun. I love the adjustment. It's really fun here. Weather's nice.
It's a long way from Louisiana.
Oh yes, 9 hours.
What sold you on coming to the University of Hawaii?
Okay, yeah. The coaches, there's probably a classic answer too, but the coaches are everything. They're probably, they're like one of the reasons I came here, because obviously they're Olympians, but just the way they coach, like I used to watch them before I even started talking to them, and I just knew that Hawaii played with like such heart. Like sometimes they were down like maybe 10 points, and they would still like come out and win the game, and I love playing with people like that. They just want to play volleyball. But yeah.
All right, Amber. Well, congratulations, continued success, and thank you so much for joining us in the corner tonight.
Thanks, guys. Happy to be here.
Amber Igidi, our very special guest here in the corner. 14 kills, helping Hawaii go to 7-0. We'll take a break, come back, and look forward to tomorrow night.